That's amazing. So pretty much he's trying to toss this in for free. I'm picking up sealed contents, Thunderhawk, a complete Thunderhawk with no inserts and four headmasters, and great price on that. Pretty much like $50 just for this one if I buy that for the full price of five. But this he's tossing in for free. And when a person tries to give this to you for free, you say, hell no. Hell no. My house is full of stuff. I will never get rid of it. It'll be a curse upon my family.
Welcome to another episode covering the Kane County Toy Show. This episode will focus on the room sales before the show. Room sales used to start on Wednesday, but more so now they're more of a Thursday and Friday. Each trip is an hour for me each way, so I try to visit Thursday unless the hotel has absolute bangers when I come back for Friday. Out of the car, I saw a wounded U-Haul truck. It always makes me feel incredibly sad to see a creature like this just leaking fluids, and I can't help. I'm not a mechanic, and I have to get out there and make those toy finds. So best of luck, U-Haul, buddy.
Hello. Let's see. So I wasn't here on Wednesday, and now I'm here on Thursday. But sometimes you're just too early. I used to come here even earlier, but you know, it is what it is.
Thank you, gentlemen. Good luck, and I'm sure it won't even be. I think I might ask him. Yay!
Lots of full 80s pieces here. I picked up a number of items last show from Mask. A lot of the prices with these guys are very, very fair, so I usually pick up something from them. But if you're looking for a good dealer booth that has a great variety of toys, not just action figures of the 80s, 70s, and some of the 90s, this is the place to go. So it's also a nice place to just hang out and chill with Tim and Bruce. Very knowledgeable collectors. But look at that. You don't even see original Migos anymore at the shows in the original boxes. Clean brown snake Yoda, a Jedi card. Lots of loose figures, Japanese import Microman figures. Lovely, lovely stuff. Look at the big Lou. That face in that robot. Love random robots. I love GoBots, but I also love random transforming robots of the 80s. Lots of Micronauts, Centurions, and some G.I. Joes. But we are at the first of many rooms. So, ooh, look at that. Food Fighters, full carded set with 2 vehicles. And lots of little loose G.I. Joes, Mask, the usual. But as I said, like, this is the first room. I'm looking specifically for killer deals and just like a piece that's screaming for my collection. But right now, we'll do the next round. We'll look up more stuff, and we keep going around and around and around. This guy, he just woke up. You remember, you have to set up at like probably 6 a.m. and get your place ready for everyone to show up at 8. Remember, your hotel room is a business room now, which is kind of weird.
What are you asking on Drill Sergeant?
You got it.
Okay.
An excellent variety of toys from the 70s and 80s. Lots of odd pieces like that Star Trek header right there from the movie. Little Godzilla and He-Man New Adventures, Boy Scouts, lots of 1970s 12-inch figures, some Monster Turtles, got the Creature and the Invisible Man, which is most uncommon of the series. Again, lots of wonderful stuff at this show. This is one of the better shows of the U.S. has to offer. And with the next room, oh my God, look at how much stuff is in this room and how beautifully it is laid out as well. Vintage carded figures, some 12 backs, 21 backs, Power of the Force, some graded pieces. Oh my God, it's a Lobot! Yay! So I always say hello. Always make friends with the sellers. Always chat with them. You know, humanize the other side. Got a nice howitzer. That's a really clean box. Points have been cut. That's why it's such a really good price. I had to pause there. Even I was like, man, that is a great price. Look at all those carded figures. And all those ones stacked in the back. Damn. But yes, this is a wonderful place to be. Gotta check out these Star Wars hiding in the corner. They are reproductions. I had to make sure if they're reproduction figures from the new Hasbro, which they were. A couple Leia 12 back hiding, same thing. But I don't know where these guys get these collections, but they get great, great finds. This is all vintage carded you saw there. A lot of it was graded. Clean boxed, open pieces. Wonderful stuff. Like, only these guys have been bringing in some killer vintage stuff of recent. And I'll be honest with you, I'm envious. I don't know where they're getting this stuff. But lots of wonderful pieces. 12 backs, Empire, Power of the Force. And check out that pile. Damn. But yes, wonderful time at Kane County if you're looking for some killer vintage clean carded pieces. But not only that, I have to examine things, just double checking box condition, see if there's any variations. What if I missed a rare special offer? Always love the elongated box for the Rancor from Trilogo. Got the Imperial Cruiser from Sears, clean box, original TIE Fighter. Ooh, there's the Power of the Force. Checking out the bagged figures. Man. God, I love a Man. Wonderful Cloud City. Really rare lamp back there. That's from Bespin. He-Man as well being offered here. Basic loose figures. Some carded He-Man as well. Couple play sets. Carded He-Man, it's, again, hard to get those things in clean card shape because the packages get really worn easily. Hordak, Dungeons and Dragons. Like, I look at all the PVCs that they have there. Wow. And then a ton of G.I. Joe. So the G.I. Joes, again, nobody else is bringing this stuff to these shows like this. And I just personally have my own collection. The prices are really fair. It's still fun to look at this stuff, double check everything, see if there's any killer deals, obviously. And then I look down here and like, what are all these carded figures here? And they're like, oh, these are all on hold for somebody else. And I was like, well, I better check them out just to make sure, because we're all curious about what we lose, like what we've missed. But there was nothing in there. It was like, oh my God. So it's okay. It's just how it rolls. Prices were still really fair. No super rare variants, so it's okay. Like, you want to confirm like you didn't miss something, that early as well. So we start heading downstairs from the second floor, see what's cooking on the first floor. This room is also just full of wonderful vintage 80s and 90s toys, and I've always enjoyed coming by. 3 power domes from Power Rangers. That's nuts. And I think the one that's in the bubble wrap is sealed, which is just, you don't find that stuff anymore sealed. It's getting harder and harder as Power Rangers gets more in the mainstream. Going through some loose He-Man bins, some 80s and 90s stuff, just double checking prices. Again, I have too much in my collection. I'm looking for killer deals or obscenely rare stuff. Oh, the Gremlin stuff. Now, I personally do like Gremlins. Very rare Super Nintendo with the Game Boy cartridge. But yeah, Gremlin stuff, I actually wouldn't mind having a huge collection of just vintage novelty Gremlin items. I think they just look so beautiful and they're so unique compared to a lot of our toy lines that were produced. Lots of loose figures from the 80s. Remote Control Lost World T-Rex. The Dark Tower from Milton Bradley. Wonderful fantasy role-playing stuff there. That's one of those things I really like. I just never will get into. It's just too much. Original animation cells, Ninja Turtles. These used to be everywhere, and now a lot of it's just drying up. Original Pokemon comic books, very interesting. Rambo, little throwing star wristwatch. That's crazy. Lots of 80s stuff, 90s stuff. Look at that whole room full of toys. Hell yeah. That's what I needed. My Spider-Woman pajama jams. Dreams can come true at Kane County. There's some more 80s action figures in there. That white Leo from Battle Beasts. These are Gundams from Bandai. Beautiful toy line. Very tough to find at toy shows in general. The Gundam Wing, 083, they go for good money. G Gundam. Lots of variety here. Look at all the little Lego people. Look at that. That's a tougher Dino Rider or something. I think that's Sludge. I could be wrong. Ooh, Fort Max. Solid thing. When you got that as a child, you know you were the king on the block. The biggest Transformer ever made at that time. Lots of wonderful pieces. G1, G2, Superior Gift Set, X-Men. Box of GoBots. Some Dino Rider accessories were in the box, though. Just examining it, seeing if anything is rare. I don't think so. GoBots, nothing rare either for my taste, but it's nice to see them being appreciated. Love my Care Bears. I know you guys worship them just as much as I do. Niddler. Black Star Glider. This actually is a very, very tough piece. It just doesn't survive loose. It gets torn up and then thrown out. Wonderful Aliens collection, some vintage Star Wars. Look how clean these He-Man are carded. Ooh. So my collection is nice, but it's not like clean shape. So the market's so high now. So I'm looking them over. I know I shouldn't, but I really would love to get some upgrades. Mosquito is one of my favorites. And this piece, yeah, it's up there. It's a CAS 85, which means it's a solid piece. To get an 85 in general on a He-Man carded figure is incredibly difficult. The packages are very flimsy. They're not like hard stock like Star Wars or Turtles. Darkwing Duck. There's so much neat stuff in this place. Oh, the Garfield clock. I had that as a kid. And these are the Marks. I think these are called Mad figures. It's a little out of my time range. But yeah, look at the variety. Samurai, Superpowers, Mego, Box Batgirl, a couple G.I. Joes, Robotech Miniature SDF-1. Not as badass as the 16-inch transforming from Matchbox. Wind Spectre, a toy line / TV series that never came to the U.S. Yeah, those are some questionable names. I love the Japanese in their naming. What do you got, a poker dealer, GoBots fan? There's so much fun stuff in this room. But yeah, I came back, I looked at the Pokemon, moved around a bit more. So I continue on, and again, I'm not buying much stuff because personally, I just don't need that much anymore. I was collecting back in the 90s. My Superpowers carded. I don't have the world, but the prices these days do keep me diminished in expanding the collection heavily. I have no idea what that is. Wonderful room again. Lots of Superpowers packaged, more carded against the wall right there. Very good turtles here. Some Dino Turtles. We have the Farmer Turtles, which I still don't own those, and I can't pay that. Anything Street Hawk is incredibly difficult, including color forms. But just look at all the wonderful toys. This is why Kane County always brings home great stuff. I love it. G.I. Joe's loose. Nothing exciting. Nothing, making me jump out of my own skin. Technozoids. I love the fact that Kenner brought those out with the help of Tomy. Always check underneath. Always. You never know what you're going to find because most people don't go in the boxes down below. Hordes of cards of turtles. Yeah, Generator Rex is not calling me either. Military Mutant, Series 1 and Series 2. Look at all the mutations here. I love mutations. That is one of my favorite lines. That garbage pail button still in the shipper. That's still pretty cool, man. I love that stuff. I don't have a heavy collection for it, but I still like just my base card set. Again, tons of turtles. A lot more turtles carded are popping up. More collections of one of each character. I've been showing up at the shows recently. But again, the prices they're strong. Look at that. A Hot Spot and a Shogun Showweight. Yeah, he my man. Bubble Bomber. The bus, too. So the bus is incredibly hard to get. I thought the Bubble Bomber in the past was going to be very, very rare. But the bus actually ended up being rarer than the Bubble Bomber, which is how it is, man. Checking a few of the carded figures, checking a few of the loose Star Wars, anything gradable, anything clean shape. That's kind of where I'm at, especially the first round of looking through stuff. I'm more for the killer deals than like the fun buys. Oh my God, that's just neat to have buys. Look at that room setup. He has maximized his shelf space on the hotel little bed. So there are some tougher tech specs, but I'm not going to go through everything. Look at that April Ninja Turtles news van. I'm so happy I bought one in Canada many moons ago. Toys R Us is all they had. Cyborg, playful version. That's the Plestrima version, sorry. And then a Dukes of Hazzard collection. This is probably all from one guy throwing up the Home Alone board game. But look at all that fun stuff. A lot of trading cards, non-sports. I did go back to look over the Green Arrow, and I was just a little making sure I wasn't crazy. So Green Arrow is on an absolutely beautiful card. He's a 33 back, which never included any comics. The 33 backs of the first series character, which he is not a part of, those are very hard to find. So I was going to see, it's nice. I do like that it's a really big card, what he could do. and it was $250. He said that's his best piece of how mint it was, and he said he couldn't do anything, which is, I get it. I totally get it. And
Okay, thank you.
I
Food
did a
for
little
thought.
research on it, and I let it go for the time being. Maybe later. It wasn't a killer deal, but it's a clean piece that you can hold in your hand. Ooh, what's in this room? That's where the really rare toys are. You got to go through those little
Hero Junior. Look at this thing. Go find one of these out in public by Zenith. And it takes demonstration cassette, trivia quotes, the philosopher, and the remotes. There we go. If you want this robot to give you some downtime after work, they have the special occasions. Oh yeah. I can only imagine what you can do with this in bed, but I will leave that to the imagination.
So we have another room with some, again, really, really nice vintage items. They're still setting up, and look at all the carded vintage. Like R2D2 pop-up, Han Carbonite, really nice clean stuff. I like how the Care Bears and Wuzzles are set up. Little He-Man outfit down there. Look at this, in our Dark Tower. All the Sectors. I love the package design for Sectors. I wish I bought more of those case fresh when they showed. Ding-a-ling case, an entire case from like the late 60s, early 70s. That is rare. Dune, lots of 70s items here. The giant ding-a-ling. If they brought the ding-a-lings back and made a ding-a-ling movie, then the entire franchise will come back from the dead. I cannot wait for the ding-a-ling movie. Just the commercial itself, just saying, the ding-a-ling movie. I love it. Thundercats, Jaga, Safari Joe, Bengali. I'll never forget at Kane County many years ago. This is like too many years ago. A guy had an entire booth of carded figures for sale, and there was Bengali. I picked it up. It was in clean shape with the new sticker on the bubble, and I picked it up, and I'm holding it, and it was $400. This is years ago, and that was full retail. And I put it down, and the moment I put it down, the guy yelled up, standing on his chair, all toys on the table are half off. And right when I went, oh, a guy already picked it up. So here are more Thundercats carded. And I personally have a wonderful collection, but not the best collection. I just bought what I could. So Mongor here it's got a big bubble thing, but look how clear the bubble is. And mine is just tea-colored yellow, and it's so tempting. But if I'm going to buy an upgrade and pay, I want the clean bubble. Battle Beast is one of my favorite toy lines on the planet. And this is classic. The lion, the deer, that 2-pack, it is iconic for me. The Killer Carp, Triple Threat Snake 2-pack, also iconic with the Bat, the Bear. I love the line so much, even though I have these carded in my own personal collection. When I see them again, I just actually get giddy. And that's how you know, like, you have a passion for that line versus just looking at things going, oh, I need that to complete my set. The market's jumped so much on those. I'm happy with what I bought in the past. And again, I'm worried about when I check to see what I have in storage, it'll be in far worse shape than I ever imagined. Look at all this stuff. Some nice indies on open cards, some sealed. Small Soldiers, Chip Hazard, Aliens, Queen High. One of the greatest toys of the 90s. It is so beautifully sculpted and designed. It needs more love. I'm shocked at how it's just a love toy, but it's not worth that much. These are the knockoff Street Sharks. They've been popping up due to a case find, but they're still really nice samples. Very rare store shelf display for Star Wars. Not as rare as the Empire one. We got some Italian action figure astronauts. This is like following up the 2001. I think they're late 70s, could be early 80s. That's the female astronaut, which I forgot that they made. Different color armor, but, pumping it out. Very tough monster in my pocket. Space aliens. Personally, I don't even have a single space alien. It's, again, like I hold that, and my brain's like, oh, that's going to be $35 from the past, memories of buying monster in my pocket, and it's so much more money now. But once I get the house clean, I'm going to go back to those lines I still passionately love and pick that stuff up.
I like how the stains are only on the shoulder here. There's a story behind that, and I don't want to know it.
You want this guy?
But I do want to know the story behind that. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that thing is. That thing's creepy. Lots of loose wrestling, other 80s toys. Got Bret Hart. Ooh, look at that. It's the Book of the Dead. And a microwave. Ooh. Lots of fun stuff here. Nothing up my alley. Got some the Mario Brothers t-shirt iron-on. Yeah, some of these hotels include jacuzzis, and they have to build up their toy display around the jacuzzi, which I think is just fascinating in its own weird way. Only at Kane County. V12-inch from LJN. Stretch Armstrong. Couple odds and ends here. Funky stuff. Look at that photon and laser tag lunchboxes. That's some solid stuff there. Look at this crazy stuff. Flying saucers. The Zenith advertising space helmet with secret message decor. That is so rare because it's so fragile. Kojak security home alarm system unused. It's just so strange and yet so unique. And again, go find one. Look at these giant ass buttons. Oh my god, it is so 80s. You gotta love it. We have some Aurora kits. The Witch, King Kong, The Mutant, still sealed. Still popular after all these years, even with all reissues too. Original wheels from skateboarding from the 70s. Damn. Go find that. That is insane. Some great posters, blacklight posters. This is a lot of wonderful 60s and 70s stuff. Even if you don't collect these things, you just can really appreciate. Oh my god. It's like looking into a mirror. The pain. A lot of the 60s and 70s stuff that's just really neat and fun stuff. It's not your childhood to a point, but you still really appreciate it. I like the Halloween. And here we have some Gegege no Kitaro. It's a very famous Japanese animation, and they do these candy toys where you have little modular playset pieces or just little playsets and miniature figures, and they're just so cool. Again, I almost want to start collecting all that stuff because, why not? More fantastic stuff. Look at this display here. Krampus. Hotter than hell. Kiss. That's a Japanese piece there. That's got to be very uncommon. I don't see that stuff in Japan when I'm visiting. But yeah, take note. Even if you don't collect these things, just to take a breath and of all this stuff that you don't know about. It's very educational. Like the deluxe costume of Rambo, because, we all look like that. Especially when we're kids, too.
No idea. But there's not been too much. Now I did a first round of I want to inspect and buy quickly. But now I can calm down, chill, and look things over. Oh, this guy.
All the miscellaneous toy industry stuff.
Just photos, but still interesting. 86 Toy Fair report. $19.94. Okay, so right off the bat, these are commercials for LJN Toys, Suckers, and then W Bars and Slate. I don't know what that is. Check out the next one though. LJN Photon Figures 30-second commercial.
Morning.
Good afternoon. We got Howard the Duck footage and then a commercial. Well, that was pretty cool, the VHS. I don't think they're going to have anything amazing, but it'll still be like you're getting clean copies of those commercials. So that's neat. I haven't gone to the third floor yet, but it's been slow. I've heard other people saying they haven't bought that much either, and that's just kind of how it is right now. So we're on the third floor, and it's pretty empty. This is kind of how it is at times. It's hit or miss. I usually find some people frantically going through the hallways, and you're like, are there any good rooms to go to? I'm like, go to the fourth floor, man. That's where the best stuff is. A lot of stuff cooking in here. Legos, which I hate going through bags. Give me base plates. Ooh, that's better. Jurassic Park. Well, some Jurassic Park.
Got any more GI Joe stuff
Oh yeah, we got those stuff.
other than the headquarters?
Say that box and that frame, you look at $10.
Want some turtle parts?
I'm gonna have fun looking at the bag.
Just need the drums mainly.
Which one's meant the drums?
Put the tops on them, yeah.
Where they go to?
The helicopter, not a rare one. I just personally, my box one was missing them.
Yeah. Are they like crazy rare? Or are they like
No,
$10 each rare? Or like
They're
$10?
not rare at all. They're from
No?
just the basic helicopter
Yeah.
from the second series, the green one.
10 for them both? Is that too much?
That's fine. Yeah,
Alright.
it's just the tops usually are missing, and I'm like, whatever.
Cool.
Thank you. You know,
Yeah.
shipping is on eBay too.
Oh yeah.
$6, and they're like, nah.
Yeah, then they charge you tax, and then it's
Yep.
again.
Looks like they're making out. Voodoo tops and a Care Bear. That's how it goes. It's all freaky at Kane County.
Hey buddy.
Hey, how you doing?
Good afternoon. He's doing the best job. The battle beasts.
Yep, the battle beasts.
What are their weapons?
Start with.
MIA.
You son of a. Anyways. That's what the good stuff is. You gotta meet the seller in his bed. And only when you're together, he'll show you the good stuff.
Rummaging through all the new stuff.
And here's an entire room that's just full of vintage 40s, 50s, and 60s, and some 70s toys, which, again, I don't collect them personally, but it's still really fun to walk in and see Golden Age comics from the 40s, Marvel comics before any of it started, early Detectives, Captain America, Timely, all winners. It's stuff that you just like to hold and appreciate, and just the art style, man. Superman, the Speed Game. It's a very interesting cover art. I like that. That's just, it's early stuff. We have Dracula, monster pieces, lots of wonderful G.I. Joe and Major Matt Mason from the 60s. Now, Scorpio's design is so beautiful, even as a collector of the 80s and 90s and 2000s. I think that's a beautiful toy. I would not mind getting a loose one. Look at that. Astro Track. A lot of Major Matt Mason can be picked up for a really fair price, especially box opened for a lot of the vehicles. Puppets from Sesame Street. The Big Alarm vehicle. Half this stuff I didn't know existed. Big Jim.
What did you mean
The classic helicopter. I mean, it's so unique. It doesn't take up much plastic, but it still holds a 12-inch figure. Chamber of Chills. That is before the Comic Code Authority came in. Hamilton Monster Bugs. Those, again, I actually would like to own some of those Monster Bugs loose at some point. 007 and the Munsters.
Yeah, I haven't got my. I remember these came out, and I thought these would be the rarest thing in the future. Like, I was like, oh yeah, you better buy these. This will be money in the future. These are very uncommon. Just trying to knock stuff over. I don't even remember last time I've even seen one of these for sale. These are really cool. Like, just newer versions of Stompers. It's just once you get out of that range where it's not a Megazord and it's not a figure, they're not as excited as they are when they should be when they see Swift Hard Rabbit. Absolutely love Dungeons and Dragons. This is the second series, the Battlematic. They took the first series and they gave them Battlematic actions and put them on the second series packages. They're just so lovely. They didn't update the back of the card though. They were just like, nah, we're good. It'll cost too much. And then they had different color packages for the bad guys. They'd be purple and blue for the good guys. It was just, God, it's a lovely line. It really is. I wish I had more.
10? Okay.
You told me to remind you, so I did.
Thank you.
So how much is the bootleg Robot? $5, and this is why I love you, Tim. Sounds great. Agreed. I don't even own this one. It's not mega money or anything. It's just like one cool knockoff of that 80s.
Chunky, I like it.
Chunky. There's his head. What's like they couldn't even get the head design. They just got GoBots in, tried their best to copy it, and it's sad, but that's the charm of it. Thank you.
Like everything else in the world, I was shopping too much somewhere else, and this guy opened up his hotel room, and it had wonderful items, and I missed quite a lot of stuff that already sold. Complete Star Wars set, loose complete. Some of these are very difficult to get these days. We have nice Transformers, a Puzzler GoBot set, and we'll check out the Masked Thunderhawks. That one is unused, dead stock, but tape cut. And the price, that's not bad. That's not bad. Battle Beast, oop. My radar's going off. Some laser beasts in there. Checking it out. Might be worth it. No, not calling me at that price, but I have to make sure. Dragon Riders, the Sticks, Green Goblin, Monsters, Grimace. What the hell, Grimace? Let's see. Ooh, Filmation Ghostbusters complete set. These got it much tougher. Scareglow, original Batman. Dungeons and Dragons. Ogre King second series, very clean. Mask for the Famato, I believe it was, from Killer Tomatoes. Meteorbs from He-Man. Crystar, which I don't know why it's getting so popular, but have you looked up Crystar's carded recently? Wow. Group lots of just Joes and Star Wars. And again, like, it's not bad. It's not bad. And a lot of stuff's already sold, which is just going to show like how well he has priced this stuff. A lot of the Star Wars figures were absolutely clean shape. Battlestar Galactica, Star Trek Ego.
Dude, there's that one right there in the corner. We're going to give it to you so you can finish this up.
What's the back? What's all this happening?
Just for you to put that in so you don't have to...
I haven't done anything. I didn't have to buy it. He's just going for the kill. He's like, here. No,
now it's protected.
For what? I didn't pay her. You say I'll buy it.
You already opened it, dude. Now you have to. Now you have
Did you see it? Is there a camera in this room?
Yeah, actually. It is one.
If I was gonna pop that on the bed,
I like it.
Put like $8.95.
I get your price on it. I just gotta think a little more on it because if it's just a tidge cheaper, then sure. But like you're at the headmasters, and I would just sell them. Yeah, they don't because the knockoffs destroyed the market. That was the problem. Oh, I know, but they still knock the original
for like $30 a pop, you know.
I know, but the margin on that wouldn't be, you know. I'll talk to you.
No, but I'm just thinking something.
I'm gonna talk to her.
Just thinking something we can add to it.
I'll see what else you have. Yeah, got him as a kid.
And Puzzler complete.
I like the stuff, but it's like I need the margin. That's the whole thing, and that's fine. You're asking full.
Yeah, it's not the right place for margin.
Exactly. So you're asking fair prices.
I try to leave some room, but then like I'm saying, if you bundle some of these later items, that we can take some money off on those.
Stop lying to me.
We can take some money off on the later items.
Stop saying take. All I hear is if he wants me to take things off, and I'm fine.
You're not in Japan anymore.
When you show it. And so again, it was $620 for all these. So 1, 2, 4, 3, 5, 6, 50. I was never the best at math. So he's saying he's going to do $250 for all of these figures. And normally I don't handle too much Star Wars like in bulk crap lots, but they are absolutely fantastic shape, and they're not complete, but they're really nice shape, and that comes out to less than $10 a figure. I'm probably gonna have to bite on that, but that's stuff you just don't find in this clean a condition. I mean, look at the Leia, even the Luke doesn't have the two-tone fading on the plastic. R2 sensor scope, really nice. So yeah, I'll take that. I wonder. Yep. The certain knockoffs have a certain addition to their metal cats. Highly desirable.
These dealers are from Argentina and brought some exclusive Argentina action figures. They're really interesting to look over. The market has definitely jumped on these. Look at this, Brazilian Transformers. These are mini cars, fully licensed, different colors. Always check the heads. Yep, that's a green head from Argentina because the heads are usually missing, so they want to replace with something.
Never-ending story. PVCs, and these are really good. I do love the movie, and I think some of these were beautifully done, like this piece, and of course the snail. Just goofy with those terrible paint job, and then you get to just like the princess, and you're like, no, this just looks horrifying. Atreyu looks, I mean, it's got that 80s charm to this one at least, but a little bit better. But yeah, I don't have the whole set of these. Someday, maybe. And there's a smaller version as well. 2 different companies. That's cool. The Monstar being the different colors. I like this stuff, but it's just the market's getting so strong. You will go broke instantly. So this is pretty cool. I'm going to pick up from an original employee all these TCR membership stickers or temporary tattoo. Oh, it's for your shirt. Todd Iron-On. It's been a long time. And I don't even know if these were given out or employee only, just bumper stickers. And I thought this was pretty cool. This is an original folder from 1970 for Ideal. This is internal only. This is meant just for people that work at the company. And it's just the colors and the way it looks. It jumps out at you. And it's really cheap. It's just $15, which is, go find another one, right? So I thought that was kind of cool. Versus the E.T. invisible tape versus the visible tape. That is really cool. It's a bootleg.
So these are just UK? No, they're Spanish.
Oh my God. You just yak yourself out.
They're all complete.
Yakety yak, don't talk back. Those are better. Ooh. It's like these guys are from Europe or something. I'm joking.
They are. They are.
It's like they want me to buy stuff for good prices. Italian Palatoy display. Biker mice. That's nice. That's nice. How much is the He-Man poster?
That's 80.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm pretending to be blind.
No, it's alright. They're promotional posters. Quite hard to get.
That's nice. Let me see that big gem if you don't.
What's the Jurassic Park display for? That's.
It's again, it's a shop display. So I don't know what. I think something's inside that would build up in.
Well, the display itself is just really generic looking. So like, you don't know if it goes to like toys or it could go to books. It could go.
Yes, I couldn't tell. It's all in Italian.
And people still speak that, right?
Yeah, it's just a bit.
I'm playing American. Work with me here.
No. Yes, it's quite good. We didn't have our crossbow, unfortunately, but it's black, right?
That's a really fair price. I don't think mine even has this. They usually break 100. Not bad. Okay, I gotta figure out what I'm doing here. Definitely gonna grab him. And so we found some fun stuff. The Photon VHS to me is exciting. That was $15. Found a couple things for sale. It wasn't like previous room sales where I found like just tons of stuff and was able to just go back to the car a few times to load it all up. But it's all good, man. It's all good.
So that was roughly the end of the day, but I went to a restaurant that I like to go to up the road, and a person of mine messaged back, and they wanted me to go back and pick up the crash test dummy display from AL Toys. So I went back after an hour, and yes, there were more goodies.
What'd you find in your hand there?
Yeah, it's Italian.
I asked because I appreciate your tastes.
Lot of stuff here. Don't be afraid to ask. I'll work with you. There's some rare stuff in here too. Jurassic Park side, I'd take. There's 9 pieces there. I'd take 700.
Which are they human or are they dinos?
No, they're human.
Okay.
They're all human.
And the Color Forms Golden Girl, which never got produced as a TV series, and this is what it would have looked like. It would have been amazing.
So So this was a fantastic setup, and I was really excited right off the bat. Dino Rider, the Thermos. I have no idea what that artwork is, if anyone knows. Lots of lovely coloring books and activity books, which are just, at least these are still cheap novelty in the $5 range. Everything else has gone up. But yeah, this guy's booth, I always find something. Checking out the 3 3/4 inch figures, anything of interest? No, really. Okay, so he said go through the tubs, and with parts and pieces is one of my favorite things to do, because if you're buying parts at $1 each and you sell them for $10 each or more, it's a good strong profit for a very small item. Now, right off the bat, I'm finding Ninja Turtles Mutant Masters accessories, which are really uncommon and fragile because of the gold plastic. It's tough to get, but people need these parts to build up their characters, and so it's a lovely time to go through all this. I have no idea. Anyone know what that goes to? Usually I do, but yes, there is some great stuff in here. Should have picked up that Allura figure. That market for Voltron's gone up, but tubs amongst tubs. I should have bought a whole lot of stuff in that tub, and I didn't. But this bag was in there, and I'm going to pull out some fun goodies in here. Some accessories that were shocking to be there. Some Star Wars vintage accessories from Kenner. Oh, there were a piece of turtles. A lot of just stuff tossed around. So his booth, always a pleasure to go through, and lots of Power 80s. I usually pick up, a fair amount with this guy every time. I need that Strato coach. And I'm not even thinking about that for my collection, because just, as I said, the prices these days. But I should have asked, because he was always really fair. Highway Haunter, one of my favorite toys from Kenner ever produced. Just a cool VW bug that turns into a monster bug. 18 carded, the corpse. Oh my gosh. Princess of Power, Monstrous, Care Bears. Yeah. Lovely stuff. Simpsons. I bought a lot of his Super GoBots, but I left. Oh my gosh. So, lo and behold, when I bought all the Super GoBots previously, I was upset doing the video where I left behind Super Cooper. And here he is. He's still here. So I picked him up. I was really happy about that. He's a Series 3 GoBot, and he's very difficult to find. The Super GoBots from Series 3 were actually more complicated in transformation than the same time frame for Transformers, which were trying to get cheaper and cheaper in their transformations. Excellent piece, dead stock unused. Taking a look at his Mega Man 4 box. That's a clean shaped piece. I do have one already, but Mega Man, that's just childhood memories for all of us. Lovely stuff. Look at all that beautiful 80s. So he told me to go back out, and you saw earlier was tubs amongst tubs and tubs inside tubs. So there was more stuff in the very bottom of the tub that had a tub on top of it that I missed. And that bag of 80s parts, bag of G.I. Joe figures, and I'm going to go through all the Transformer knockoffs and bits and pieces and see what's cooking. So look at the parts here. Microman, Mask Manta, Visionary helmets, humanoid helmets, Lumot helmet, Luke Jedi cape, lots of Star Wars weapons, all of that, and a G.I. Joe bag. So what roughly came out to the far left pile was $160, and the far right pile of parts was $50. And I have it on audio, but a lot of these sellers in the hotel rooms are playing music, and as you can guess, with being a YouTube, I just can't have that. So I have to narrate over a lot of the hotel room video for that purpose. But in general, it was a fantastic deal. It really solidified the entire experience for this hotel, making this massive find, which, again, few things for myself, but financially, absolutely killer. So,
Ooh.
How's it going?
Terrible. Just wanted to go to a hotel room, shop for like Beanie Babies, and it's just tons of action figures everywhere.
Horror, He-Man.
Horrors? The hotel room? What? Sorry, you had me excited for a moment. Saw the Sin City toys, you said horrors, and I was like, what?
I remind you, they are on every block.
That's cool.
Our unit has been given a hollow. A database that contains a detailed map of the capital and a list of every known pod. These pods can trigger anything from
Classic old big box Transformers. Ooh, Italian He-Man. Yeah, you got lots of He-Man.
Oh yeah.
You guys need mental help. Just gonna let you guys know that.
the switch.
I've never seen that before. Lots of unique items here for He-Man. The hat's going to be definitely tough. There you go, that explains that. Free hero hat. So the hat's free?
When you buy the...
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm not the smart person. Just saw free and I was like, yeah. Oh, that's tough. Yeah, I don't see that. Oh, the pail. Man, look at those bug-ass eyes. Your personal collection?
No.
But it can be.
They bought it.
Temporarily, my personal
Yeah.
choice.
I think it should be. God. You're running a whorehouse and a puppy pound? Oh my God. I never would have imagined like a whorehouse and a pound for puppies. You people are, it's gone down like so scandalous. It became a positive. You know, you're like, we applaud you for what you've done. It's amazing. No one ever would have thought about that.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
Wow.
Gonna be late.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thanks. You too. Happy day.
Enjoy the puppies. So overall, that wraps up this room sales for Kane County. It was a slow show. I've had room sales where it is hopping and people are finding a tremendous amount of stuff. There were a number of dealers that were not showing up in Kane County and did not set up at the hotel room that usually do. So it happens. Every so often, a number of years, the October show just becomes a zonker. And nobody knows why. It just happens to be. And this room sales just wasn't the strongest, but I still found a wonderful LJN Photon commercial for my collection, which I'll, go find one of those. It's one of a kind almost. And at the end, by coming back, I did find this pile of parts, which added up financially. There was lots of Star Wars vintage accessories in there, and it panned out finally. So that really worked out, and I was quite pleased. So we'll see how the actual show is on Saturday.